Urza. It's December 16th. It's almost holiday time. Hope everyone's having a good one in that regard. But we're going to be playing some Archmage's Charm Urza with courtesy of the esteemed Autumn Burchett. I was just surfing the internet and found the list. And we're going to give it a go. The standout cards are Archmage's Charm and Ice-Fang Coatl. So you really are just, how should I put this? You are just straight blue-green mid-range in game one. And really the black splash is only for sideboard cards by this point. Like, just look at all these black cards. I'm not sure about these Drown in the Lochs in the sideboard really, but they're probably good. And I guess I'll find out slowly how to play this deck. Very slowly. Because that's how I roll. This build really wants to beat Death Shadow. Oh yeah, I guess you could perceive it that way. Shout out to my sponsors, Cardboard Live and Card Order. Without them, this stream would not be possible. And if you want to support the stream, hit follow, or use a Twitch Prime sub, or use a regular sub, or follow me on YouTube or Twitter. Everything is appreciated, y'all. Alright, we got a match. Or I think we have a match. Probably a keep, but not the most exciting. Gonna play a tap Sanctuary in turn one. Gonna also play the Mox out because I don't want the Mox is actually the most important card in this, or the Opal. Sorry, the Bauble is the most important card in this hand. Don't want it to be Inquisitioned or Thoughtseize. The other ones I could like leave or take if they get discard spelled. All right, so this probably means goblins, like so. So I think that, yeah, that lets me play Oko this turn, which is actually pretty good. Because I can float green here, play my second Mox. Probably just make a food this turn. Yo, what's up, Edo? I saw the Pioneer ban. That's wild. And I guess not that unexpected. Well, you know, it could be like changelings, right? I'm pretty sure everyone did, Ed. Right, nice, that's really good. Yeah. So I'm gonna make the new food into a elk. And you know, this is my turn 3. That's all I'm gonna say about that. This is my turn 3. Is this okay? Who can say, really? Who can say? Cavern named human, or goblin rather, probably. Okay. This is the MH1 Goblin Matron. I'm partial to the Urza Saga one myself, but it is what it is. They could still have Morpheron, right? Right. So they're drawing a cavern. Ooh, I could steal their vial. The question is, do I actually want to do that? I feel like the answer is yes, actually. 2, 3. And then I can make another food. And then play another Urza. What a weird card. They're probably putting Pile Driver in, that's fine. I guess what I should actually do is tap this for mana, then turn it into an elk. Which is kind of a funny way to do things, but is what it is. I think I can just sit for a while and then create a game state where my opponent can never ever win. Just like a pile of 3/3s is just probably hard for them to beat until they assemble, like, they would need Sling Gang plus Palashik Mons, I think. But they would also need to cast all of them in one turn, essentially. Otherwise, I could just overload them. So they have Palashik Mons and Munitions Expert in their hand. Can I do anything? Nope. So do I have any 2-drops in this deck? I do. I have Ice-Fang Coatl, so I'm going to leave it on 2. I'm going to attack for 18. If they don't block, I can make another food, so it's actually the full 20. Okay, still going to make a food, actually. Oops. This is 10, 13. I'll just make another 3/3, and I think they'll basically be done from here. I don't really see them getting out of this one. Note, I didn't activate the 5-mana ability on Urza once this game. Just really didn't need to. I just made 2 constructs and a bunch of 3/3s. Because I literally made 2 constructs and 1, 2, 3 3/3s and took their Aether Vial with Archmage's Charm. Because that cuts them off from a bunch of mana. It's kind of ridiculous that this is a thing. Okay, well, if I die, this could be a way for me to die. Still don't think it's likely, but it's hypothetically possible, which is scary. So, let's see. What if they get... If they get Mog War Marshal, what happens then? They got Swing Gang. Makes sense. So they're probably going to expert my Urza this turn, which makes sense. But I don't think that's good enough. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. Gem Palm Incinerators on this format. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. I'll attack them with their own Aether Vial for style points, I suppose. Everything's an elk. Everything's an elk. Everything's a deer when you're part of a team. I know, that's why I said everything's an elk. Oh, you could hit that sub button, Azax. You could do it. You're highly encouraged to do so. Then I'm going to cut 2 Archmage's Charms. Don't think they're actually really the best in this matchup. I'm siding in Needle to shut off Vial or like Swing Gang Lieutenant or something like that. The actual KO card in this matchup would be Plague Engineer, but I don't have any. This is what I got. Got some blue and green cards and 3 black cards. Ooh, stealing their Vial was sweet, though. I have no lands in my hand, so I'm not allowed to keep. Ooh, thank you for the sub, Azax. Let me know if I should open a chest for you. And you get the best emote on Twitch. Alright, well, this is not a functional hand either. This is technically functional, but not super exciting. I'm definitely bottoming the Cryptic Command. The question is, what other card should I bottom? Mon Desor 9. Well, I mean, Oko is an overpowered card, but there's a lot of overpowered cards in Modern. So, and think about like a deck like Giftstorm does not care that much about Oko, and you can sort of see why it's maybe okay in Modern. Should I bottom the Goose? If I draw a green source, I shouldn't. I think I'm actually going to bottom Engineering Explosives instead. But I'm not sure. That one's close. I think Explosives is probably my worst card. Whereas like keeping these 3 maximizes the chance I get to do my thing on turn 3. Pithing Needle. That's fair. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Alright. Okay. I can explode that away at some point, so every reactive card they play like that is something I'd rather they do than almost anything else. I don't want them to play a bunch of threats that run me over, is what I'm actually saying. Alright, so since I'm going to draw my top card, I'm just going to bubble them, and I'm looking for a green source. So, Goblin War Chief is their top card. Alright, well, I guess that works. Kind of wish I didn't draw another snow-covered island, but whatever. Let's see if they pay that go. They probably won't because they have a War Chief in their hand. Oh, okay. Shows what I know. And I probably wouldn't. They might not have the third mana source, which is a reason to do so, I suppose. But really, like, paying 2 mana to keep a 1/1 around in Modern is not exactly where you want to be, I think. Okay, well. Can I have that explosives back? I suppose I'm not allowed to have it back yet. Alright. So, to be fair, okay, they have 3 cards in hand. They've expended a Needle on Oko and a card on Aether Vial, so maybe I can hope they don't have a lot of gas left in the tank. But obviously they could, and if that happens, well, I'll just have to deal with it. This is my 5-card hand, but this is like a fine 5-card hand as things go. War Chief? Right. Alright. Yeah, they don't even have a good attack, which is, you know, something. Okay. I'm just gonna spin. Well, actually, I could just grow my construct. That might actually be better, in which case I should have considered playing this, but I probably still shouldn't, because this is a Mystic Sanctuary, so you kind of want to save it. No, I'm gonna start growing the construct, I think, instead of growing the construct and making Mox Sapphires, I think, is a better line of play than doing the other thing. Yo, what's up, B-Raj? Hope you're having a good one. Sorry to hear that. I beat them pretty bad game 1, B-Raj, so... But this is my 5-card hand. We're doing okay for a 5-card hand, but obviously things could go south at any point. I mean, I do have this card, and they have Needle on that, so... Ooh, that's not good. That might kill me. Goblin War Chief is kind of a broken card. Interesting. Okay, I guess I'll make the obvious block. So note, I can make a food. This pumps this to 2/2. If they sack it, I can still gain 3 life end step. But I'm not convinced I want to do that. I think I might just need to try to generate more material than try to gain 3 life per turn. Well, actually, maybe not. I'm not sure. It's kind of close. I mean... Alright, I've changed my mind. I'm going to gain 3 per turn. Making 2/3/3s I think is a lot better than doing almost anything else this turn, given the board state. This is when I sort of regret not having like a Plague Engineer or something in my sideboard, because an Engineer would absolutely decimate my opponent. Actually, it'd be more than a decimation, because decimate means to kill 1/10 of their permanents. That's not good. I only slightly regret spewing off my first Urza. The thing is, I think if the construct had died and I was just left with an Urza, they get to attack for a bunch, so it's not great either. I'm really just hoping they don't have a ringleader, because that would be brutal. That's actually pretty good. Note, it would kill this. Doing for 0 doesn't do much, because if you do it for 0, they just sack these for value to nug me for 2. So I think I'm going to, if I make a food first, is that good? What if I make a food to, I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 essentially. So I think I just have to let my goose die. No, because I think I want to turn this food into a 3/3. I actually think I want to turn this food into a 3/3. So I don't want to do that, I think. I'm just going to let this die. I'm just going to kill their Vial. The Vial's not worth much now, I think, because they have so much mana as it is. But it represents flash creatures still, so... it's fine. Oh my gosh. Do they have a 3-drop? They don't. So they're just buffing. That's like an old legacy trick as well. I'm very, very close to being dead on board, actually. Which is kind of scary if you think about it. I'm going to get the forest in case if they have something weird, like Blood Moon, I don't know. Doing pretty well for 5 cards, but that might speak more to the power level of my opponent's deck than the power level of my deck. Or both, I guess. It's sort of like the difference in power level between our decks is what's being displayed here. Alright, so if they alpha, I could block here, here, here. That would take 4, and they could drain for 3 more. So that's not that scary. And I think their last card is probably a land or something that doesn't do anything. Kind of don't even care about elking this turn. If I just make a food this turn, it's basically the same as elking it this turn, which is kind of insane to say. All right. Archmage's Charm, Cryptic Command. There's a bunch of good draws here. Urza would be pretty good, but I've already spewed 2 of those, so it's not likely. I could Explosives for 2, but that doesn't do much, so that's not particularly throwing either. That kills Sling Gang, which is kind of nice, I suppose. I'm going to just elk my own creatures. I think elking any of their creatures is actually just an error on this board state. So note, I didn't crack my fetch because A, I knew I have push, and B, this represents a Mystic Sanctuary. So you kind of don't want to just spew off your fetches for no reason, I think. Here. One thing you can do if you really care is you can put the fetch on the stack in response Fatal Push, and then that would give you the option of putting Fatal Push on top of your deck, which is kind of cute. This is a funny game. It's gonna be all fun and games up until I get Goblin Ringleader right out. Fortunately, that's not happening. Infinite Elks, yeah. Mostly I have food that's been turned into elks somehow. Don't ask me how that one operates. It just does. Okay, not bad. Crisis of Infinite Elks. Alright, so I have nothing to put on top. The question is drawing Fatal Push better than drawing a random thing? I think I would rather draw a random card than draw Fatal Push again. So we're slightly ahead. That's how I'm going to put this game. Nice. They drew Aether Vial. How do I know that they drew Aether Vial? Because they would have played it last turn. Okay, this is more material. Somehow I wonder if it's worth -5ing on Swing Gang and food. It probably is by this point. No, they can drain me in response for one or for a bunch. I don't know what they want to do. I think now is finally the time to do it because now I have enough blockers to stop their Alpha Strike. So the primary way that they could win is by having this plus Palashik Mons. If they draw Palashik Mons, that's going to be a big deal actually. So I don't know what I'll do if that happens. Probably like think a long time and maybe kill Skirk Prospector in response or something like that. Alright, so they drained me for one. So the exchange will fail because you need both things to do the exchange. Can I send in with one? I think I can. How do they block? It's not even really a good block for them. They can block with that, I guess, but it's fine. I want to start turning slightly. Okay. Wonder why they blocked with that one instead of Mog War Marshal. Trying to figure that out. Not sure that makes a lot of sense. Maybe it does. I guess they're kind of equivalent. This is better with Pashalik Mons, but I think all of their creatures are just good with Pashalik Mons, so might not be a big deal, period. Crater Maker. Well, they forgot it costs only a single red, I guess, but they can kill this, I guess. That's fine. Plenty more 3/3s in the bank. All right, I'm gonna bubble myself before deciding what to do. Ice-Fang Coatl. I guess I'll keep that one. Attack with one again. If they block, I can just make a food. If they block with exactly 4 power, I can just make a food. They might kill this one, which is fine. Okay. Did I cut any Cryptic Commands? I don't think I did. Nope. Just waiting on a Cryptic Command. It would be so good here. Sneck. Look at that sneaky boy. Ooh, this is the card to be scared of when you have like infinity mana, 2 War Chiefs. Alright, they only hit 1 Mog War Marshal, which I'm happy about. I think it would have been kind of funny if they flipped to like another Pithing Needle or like a Fatal Push or something like that. Kind of just sick. They don't really have like good tax for basically forever. I mean, they've gone wide. It's just the problem is their going wide doesn't accomplish much. And I'm like getting kind of close to cryptic locking if I ever draw Cryptic Command. Right. Okay. Stealing the Vial is not very high on my priority list. I think I might just draw 2 main phase. Right. I'm going to put the draw 2 on top. And oh, I should have considered fetching first. It's fine, I guess. I want to leave up double Fatal Push, which mostly means I'm not allowed to tap. I think I can send in with those two. I'm not allowed to tap this because there's only 1 actual black source in my deck, so I want to leave those untapped. Does it even look like I mulled to 5 this game? Kind of doesn't, which is the sickest part of all of this, I think. Shaking my head. Don't want to use the Bauble yet because I know my top card. And I know it's good. I can save it for another turn to scry with my fetch land, essentially. But I might just put the Charm on top of my deck again anyway, so maybe I should just do it and just get more information. I guess I'll just Bauble them and see what their top card is. Mog War Marshal. Alright. Ooh, one thing I should have considered doing was cracking Bauble on my turn so I could spend 3 mana on their turn to draw 2. I didn't consider that, and I should have. So, I don't know. We're just kind of doing things. Ooh, that's probably pretty good as well. I have so many Mox in that I can afford to spew them off now, essentially. This is threatened lethal, 6, 12, 15. All right, cool. We'll present lethal. if you present lethal, that forces them to start chumping away their material, which makes any sort of top decked thing slightly less scary. So use that. Alright, guess I'll say go. Don't even need to Urza spin. I don't really think it's all that good to do that. I think that's the Mog War Marshal I knew about because I bubbled them end step. Alright, so are they empty now? They are. Alright. Okos everywhere. Elks everywhere. There's also only one fetchable land left in my deck, which I kind of find hilarious. So I'm gonna spew both of these off. Or I'm gonna spew one off on this one. It's possible I should actually kill that one, but and make a food. Neither of those are cryptic commands. Leaving just enough back that they can't kill me with like a good draw step or something. Oh, what's up, good brother MTG? Welcome to the stream. Trying to turn the corner versus goblins so they don't top deck something good. I only have one fetchable land left, so playing these out is sort of meaningless, I think. All right, so they're at 3. Well, they didn't ban this month, so I think it'll be at least a month or two before they ban anything from Urza. This deck seems a lot better than Urza Ascendancy to me, if you're curious about that. Power driver. Okay, that is fine. I really don't think they have good attacks. Okay, well, you can do that, but that's not actually scary because I can just block that one with anything because it doesn't have pro green. And they're definitely dead on the counterattacks, so I guess they were just frustrated drawing lands for like a while. Let's see. Is this the best block? I guess this is the best block. Alright, they were just hoping I didn't block their Power Driver for some reason, I guess, but I also had Fatal Push, so we had it covered. Alright, so we're 1-0. That match only took like 40 minutes or some absurd amount of time. Seems pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie about that. All right, match 2. I guess this is a keep. Always getting islands with this deck because you have triple blue spells. And I obviously want to play my Astrolabe on turn 1. Yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be around for it tomorrow. I might be in the booth, I might not be, I'm not sure. It depends on what they want to have me do. Huh. That's interesting. Not sure what's going on here, but you know what's safe? Usually it's safe to just play your Goose. So you could play Coatl looking for a third land, but playing Goose sort of guarantees your third mana source, period. So I think it's just better to do that. Now let's see what sort of nonsense is going on here from my opponent. Expecting to see like Vengevine or something weird. Oh, I should have used Astrolabe. Whoops. No, that is correct. That's a lot better. Flicker Wisp. They tutored up Sculler. Alright, so they're going to Sculler my Engineered Explosives. I think they should. I think my opponent has Wasteland Strangler in their deck now that I remember. Oh boy. What a world we live in. Alright, I really want to draw a land. Alright. Guess that's not allowed. So I'm just gonna shut off their attacks. If they want to Flicker Wisp this, that's fine. I'll come back and let me draw a card. Like, this card is pretty good versus Flicker Wisp. If they have Strangler here, it's not so good for me. So they're like absent value. And there's the Strangler. Because the Strangler is good here because you get to process these things and kill something. So it's probably going to kill that. Yep, that's fine. I don't have any black cards in my main deck, so there's no reason to fetch Watery Grave. If they pass and do nothing, I'm just actually going to draw 2 with the Archmage's Charm. Well, obviously they're going to attack this, I guess. I think I just let it go. Like, blocking doesn't really accomplish much, right? Because it doesn't have Death Touch, you need 3 other snow permanents, so that's not a great play. Guess I'm priced into countering that, really, because they get to Skull me again if I don't. Okay. Their deck is really built to grind. I mean, so is ours, but not as much as opponents, I think. Alright, well, we're doing okay. I think I'm going to say go and leave up Coatl, Archmage's Charm. Probably I'll have to play Coatl and just try to trade with one of their things. Yo, Jardum WT, thank you for the follow. Oh, I should have blocked that one. Whoops. This is not great. I think I might get outground by their all of like come into play effect creatures, which is kind of sad and infuriating. Yep. It's probably going to flicker the Witness. The Witness is going to get back Sculler. Oh, interesting. What am I missing? Do you have another Sculler? I see. I got fucking Stone Rained. I did not realize this was going to happen. Now I've seen it and I hate it. I actually hate it. Oh my god. That was brutal. Yeah, exactly. I did not see that coming. I think if you ask most of the chat, they probably did not see that coming. Alright, I hope they draw a land. Oh, I should have gotten a forest there. Whoops. For its worth, Construct token's not so good for Flicker Wisp. So we can float 2, crack the food, go to 9. And what happens? Getting that island might cost me. So block there, block there. This is 8. I go to 9. This will die too. So if that's going to die as well, I should block here then. Right. Basically, my construct's going to die no matter what, so I should make this play instead. It's slightly better than the other block for obvious reasons. Yikes. Probably just going to lose. Like, if it hit anything good, I'm almost certainly dead. Seems not so good for me. It's basically the opposite of what I wanted to happen. They got another giver of runes as well. Okay. I cannot do that. It's going to be a hard one, I think. Oh my god. Just can't fathom getting out of this one, I think. Got Eternal Witness. Yep, sounds about right. I should not have put this on top of the deck, I think. How do I win? God. Unearth Eternal Witness is kind of filthy, actually. Alright, I think I need to draw another Cryptic Command. Nope. I think I'm dead. Pat, there were so many of them. Did you see? And they also Stone Rained me. Did you see that? The old Flicker Wisp plus Wasteland Strangler combo. You hate to see it. In fact, like, you do hate to see it here. I'm gonna side out. Interesting. What should I side out? Seems like Metallic Rebuke might not be so good, but I think I want those, but I'm not sure what to side out. Might set out 1 explosives, even though it would have been insane that game. Also, might want Drown in the Loch because it just like kills their creatures. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll set out 1 explosives. What does this hand do? Fetch for blue-green. Yeah, I guess this is a keep. This is not like the most exciting hand, but I think when you play mid-range Urza, this is what like half your hands look like. By the way, Azax, should I open a chest for you? Tell me why or why not. Urza. Am I okay drawing that Urza? I think so. That was not ideal. Alright, I'm gonna take a bunch of damage from my lands this game, but that's fine. I'm gonna get Snow Forest on the off chance I draw Astrolabe. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Okay. Nearly committed disaster, I think. I'll say nearly because I didn't actually commit it, but it was close. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so they had no 2-drop, so they probably have a 3-drop based on how their deck is configured. Flicker my food, probably. Yeah, makes sense. Can't attack because they'll just block and give it pro blue or green, depending on their mood. They might flicker this, which would be super annoying, but I can't do anything about it. Huh. Wonder if they have Wasteland Strangler in their hand. You know, it makes a lot of sense for them to play Aether Vial. I'm not gonna lie. We might be charm flooded, as the kids say. I think I'm gonna get beat downs on though. They don't have a good block. This is a 3/3. And I also have Metalcraft for the Mox Opal, so I can counter something, or I can draw 2 cards, or I can take control of the Aether Vial. This is... Oh, right. You can do that, can't you? Right. Okay. Well, so Giver can't protect itself anyways. I just shouldn't have attacked with this, is the actual reality. I don't want to seal it yet because it gives them the green light to tap out for any number of spells. if I do that. Shouldn't have attacked with that construct though, because it's going to open the door for 1 damage at least. Honestly, might just expend a bunch of draw twos, like the way this game is going. Just cast a bunch of draw twos, try to get a bunch of material. But we'll see what they do, I guess. The really infuriating part about stealing any of their stuff is Flickerwisp just resets it. So I'm sort of not thrilled about it. I think Charming Prince also does. But let me check the wording. Yep, it says you own, not you control. There's a huge difference. So Charming Prince can reset me stealing a creature as well. So I really don't want to steal any of their stuff, I think, is the actual reality behind it. Just gonna say go, not attack at all. Kind of hoping they just run out of cards. They only have 2. So that hypothetically could happen. I think this game's close. Just take it. I mean, blocking it is obviously not very appealing or good. Alright, I guess I have to do this now if I really want to make any progress on their board. If they company into anything, it'll be so brutal. Alright, I think their hand is just lands. It would make sense based on how the game's played out. What's up, Double Fried? We're down a game versus Abzan Flicker. But I'm 1-0 in the league. I beat Goblins round 1. What's the flash creature in the graveyard? There's no flash creature in the graveyard, right? There's a Ranger Captain of Eos. So here's kind of interesting. I think I might just steal their vial in response. Welcome to the stream, Mike. See, this is what I was fearing and is really annoying. Flicker Wisps are really, really, really good here. That's all I'm gonna say. Actually do need to start like gaining 3 per turn. I have no 3-drop creatures in my deck, so I'll take it up to 4. Yo, thanks for the resub, Mike. Hope you're having a good one. I can probably do it off an island now. Okay, is that good? Tap their team. Alright, it's a little bit aggressive, but I think it's right. Oh, makes sense. So if they don't draw anything good, I can kill them with this construct next turn with my Cryptic Command. I would say showed the willingness to actually go for it, so they know that I'll just do it if I'm given the opportunity to do so. Three, 6, 8. All right. 8 is not 9, which is the important part. Yeah, but oh my god, it sucks. I guess the game goes on for another turn. Okay, so they're heckbent, hellbent, whatever you want to call it. Right. 5-5 versus 6-6 doesn't matter as long as it remains higher than 3-3. That's the only thing I care about. All right, yep, I'm getting silenced because they know I'm drawing Cryptic Command. Attacking does nothing. Attacking with this one doesn't really do anything. Right. Actually, it does do something. If they flickered this, it speeds up the clock to attack with this one. So I should have actually attacked for one. Whatever. Yep, that's bad. Need an Astrolabe, something else. Okay, perfect. Ask and ye shall receive. Yo, Ryan, thanks for the raid, man. Hope you're having a good one. We're playing with Simic Urza with Archmage's Charms. Shuffler's rigged. Yeah, I called Astrolabe and I drew it immediately. What is it like? That's pretty nice. Maybe Fatal Push is not that good versus them. Their curve actually, like... thanks, Ryan. Hope you have a good one as well. Appreciate you, friend. Hmm. All right. Have to figure out what else to cut. Kind of think Drown of the Loch is not that good versus them, and neither is Fatal Push. So I'm gonna configure like this. E actually seems better on average. Yeah, this is actually pretty good versus them, I think. They're Abzan Flicker, so I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do with these baubles. I didn't really enunciate it. I think I'm gonna crack one end step, and the reason you should only crack one, I think, is if you draw an opal, then you can play your Oko. But I'm not gonna get that option anyways, so it's okay. I think next turn I'm just going to crack the explosives to kill the vial anyway. And one thing that's particularly notable versus specifically Tidehole Sculler, I think you might not want to go willy-nilly cracking the baubles until you're ready to play something on curve. So it's worth thinking about. Here I'm going to get Breeding Pool, I think. Yeah, I just have so many more green cards than Oh, I could have. Okay, this was actually a slight mistake. I should bauble myself once, and then see if I want to use the fetch. But we'll just bauble my opponent. Wasteland Strangler. Alright, I'm just gonna pop it off because a land, an untapped land, would also be pretty good here. Nope. Now what? So interestingly, if you process something, you would have to target something with this trigger. So might just play explosives on 2 and play the Sanctuary tapped and say go. I think is the play. Sub-Zac attack fire. So you can't process without killing one of your own creatures. That sucks. Whatevs. Probably should not have F6 because I get to use this for mana now, which is kind of sick. I didn't think they would actually have 6, but they did. Okay. Yeah, it's decent. It depends on what they name right here, obviously, but kind of in bad shape because this got flickered. Alright, I'm gonna just main phase the snake. It's not good. Like, I'm dying pretty hardcore. I'm gonna block here if they let me. Oh wait, they have Wasteland Strangler. Right, never mind. Guess I just... Should have just said go, I guess, and see what they've done. But instead I killed myself. That was not great. Gonna take a quick restroom break. Be right back. The games... These matches take forever with this deck. All right. Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? Anything? Oh, I guess I can open 2 chests for Azax and Coatl. Ooh. Strong Wildwood and Whip of Erebos and 5 play points. Let's see what else is inside the chest. Deathcap Cultivator. What a weird card. And Oath of Liliana and 5 play points. Alright. Let's get back to the third match. I think I messed up that matchup a lot, actually, but sometimes it happens. Playing against Waffle Man 274. Probably means they like waffles, but who knows besides that. Alright, so they went to 6 cards. Okay, so it looks like I might be mono blue control this game, but depends on how fast out of the gates they come blazing. Problem is Archmage's charm is cancel, divination, or dominate, essentially. I think I'm gonna get Breeding Pool. Oh, I should have actually played this one and gotten Breeding Pool with that, because my lands are snow-covered forest, 5 islands, a bunch of fetches, Watery Grave, and a Breeding Pool. So if you leave this one as your last fetch, you can fetch Forest with it, but it's really important to get your first 3 lands to be islands because you have Mystic Sanctuary and obviously Archmage's Charm. So it looks like it might be a mirror. I think my hand's actually okay in a mirror. Unless if I get exactly Oka this turn, which has that look about it. Alright, I guess not. Still gonna get Breeding Pool even though, like, obviously I brought up those other things. I think it's still correct to do so. Alright. Yeah, the list is from Autumn Burchett. Check their stream out at some point. I think they streamed it a few times. It's something. I think I'm going to burn 1 and draw 2. If they have a charm to counter it, it's like whatever. It's fine. Might be being rebuked. Okay. So we're up to this nonsense. You hate Urza but love Charm for some reason. Well, I think everyone loves Charm, even though it's not a particularly powerful card. So my opponent's playing the Bant Urza deck that from the SEG, I think, because Tomiko played main deck Spellcore. Right. That's fine. If they go for something else, I can bounce their color and counter it. I think it's fine. Let's see what they do. They might have another Queller. Oh, they can't even cast it. They might have a Rebuke. That would be fine. I have a Rebuke now. They might have a second Emery. They can't cast Urza of their own now. That's not great. Getting destroyed. They have a Bauble in their graveyard, so it's sort of problematic. I was hoping their start wasn't so fast, but the fact that they had the Mox plus fast mana turned out to be super important. Plus they had the Queller for my Archmage's Charm. Things kind of spiraled out of control. So yeah, this is what I expected them to do because they want to just draw a card with the Bauble. I think there's a very real chance they should have just attacked with the Emery on the Oko instead of drawing a card with Bauble. But it is what it is. So the best card for me to draw right now would be Engineer Explosives. Kind of hope that happens. If I don't, I think I'm kind of Lou Dobbs. I don't know. The idea of banning a mana fixer is kind of weird, but I also understand the reasoning behind it. All right, come on, deck. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Whoops. I was trying to plus to make a 3/3. Should have been more careful right there. But now what? Guess I just say go and let Mayoko die. Hope to draw Engineering Explosives soon. I think I'm gonna lose. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Mishra's Bauble. They're going on an adventure of drawing a lot of cards. I wish I could go on an adventure to draw a lot of cards, frankly. It's 8 damage. Oh, but it's killing my Oko. That's fine. Alright, I think I'm going to have to crack one food. It's going to be a lot of pressure soon. I'm going to leave 2 of them for possible Urza. Okay, guess that sort of does something. Cast it during their upkeep to force them to decide if they want to rebuke it or not. Okay, they finally decided not to rebuke it, which I believe is correct. I think rebuking this does not much. Great. feel pretty dead. The Emery really spiraled out of control, even though... Well... Nah, it spiraled out of control. Because we have to do this to bait out something. Because it's really not great for me. Alright. It's fine. I think I need to take a blind draw to try to hit Engineer Explosives. That still might not be enough, really, but... Explosives! Woo! It might be enough. Who knows? Alright, so I have to clean up these two, but that's a more doable job than having to clean up all of that stuff. Still not, like, that easy, but it's doable. Oh, I should have considered getting back Archmage's charm at least, but I guess it's too late for that. I just need to spend some time gaining life. If I'd gotten back charm, yeah, that would have probably been good. Okay, well I drew it anyways. Not that my play was obviously wrong, I think, but what happens if I steal that? Or I could steal one of the 3/3s, probably that one. So that actually seems relatively good. And if I do it now, I can rebuke a spell color. So Alright, everything's looking pretty good actually now. Assuming they don't have an Urza or someone like Haymaker this turn, I'm probably in okay shape. Note, any of my fetches can get back Archmage's Charm or Cryptic Command, which is exactly where I want the game to go, I think. I'm just gonna gain life. Again, like, I don't want to die to random stuff. So I'm okay racing now because I essentially have a bunch of gain 3 stored up. My opponent also has gain 3 stored up, but at a slower rate than I do, so. Kind of wonder what their hand is now. There might be one spell queller in it. I think there's one queller. What's up, Andrew? Oh, it's kind of brutal. All right. So they can explode away all my geese. But I have a parting shot. And I'll gain 3 right now. Save some time. All right, come on, Urza off the top. Urza, Urza. I'll accept Oko too. Woo! Whoop, 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 whoop. Hashtag rigged. This represents a Mystic Sanctuary, remember, so that's actually pretty good. Gonna get Mystic Sanctuary, get back Cryptic Command. One top, one bottom, huh? Instead of banning Urza, they should just roll a die and ban one of the lines of text on the card. That would be funny. Right. Just getting more material. Like, any sort of material is good with Urza out, essentially. Lands are good. Artifacts are good. I think I have one snow-covered island left. So more fetches may or may not be that good. But we can just sit on our Cryptic Command, and I think it's going to be relatively hard for them to break through now. They might have their own Urza, but that's fine. I think Oka is a bigger threat than Urza right now, because we have such a huge artifact advantage that I think... Oh, well, I guess they had two, so that's fine. Probably elk this. Probably force a chump block with both. Or I could just attack my opponent, and that would also force a chump block, which is probably better. Alright, we'll do that then instead. Elxa, yep. Cryptic Command on top of my deck. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, that's not something you want to do. It's really not something you want to do. They gave you a 7/7. I suppose it depends on what point that they actually did it. It came with immediate regret. Yeah. You're like, attack for 7? This game looked so bad for me. It was kind of insane, but I guess these mirrors are sort of swingy. It's fine. It's really because I got to EE away a bunch of these 3/3 drops that I won. It started with the Cryptic Command baiting their second Metallic Rebuke at end step. Then things spiraled out of control for them. So that was neat. That's why they conceded. I'm like, it has to be something like that, right? Not good enough, I think. Whoops, don't want to side that one out. I think the cards you really want are the super interactive ones. Needle's like exactly okay, but I think not good enough. I think Dispute's pretty great because it gives you insurance. And really what happens in this matchup is I think you flood a little bit. Now, I like it because it flies, but maybe that's wrong. Could see like cutting 2, actually. Like, the problem is your Moxen don't really die, so drawing multiple is not actually good, so I think it's okay to side out 1 on the draw. And I think it's okay to side out 2 collaterals. And just be like this, and be like really, really, really interactive dense, and make it hard for them to stick anything. Dispute is like a huge, huge, huge deal versus that specific version because they have spell core. Alright, this hand's like excellent, actually. They're putting cards in the graveyard for drawing the Loch. Love it. Love it. They didn't like their top card, so they're fetching to clear it out. Or they might Thoughtseize me, I guess. It's possible as well. So they're bobbling me because they know that they're going to draw their top card no matter what, so you might as well bobble me. Okay. Mishra's Bauble would be good. So the reason Mishra's Bauble would be good is I would be able to Metallic Rebuke on turn 1, which is obviously insane. Howdy, Dokumoy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Monday. I've cast a lot of draw 2s already today. Quite a few of draw 2s. This drawing the Loch is looking pretty nice too. Love to cast Inspiration. What if it's blue, blue, blue draw 2 though? Alright. You have 2 more Baubles and an Oko. That would be kind of annoying, but I'll accept it. Alright, nope. Also, my opponent's low on clock. Like, game 1 went pretty long for what it's worth. I have not. But that is something you could do. But really, mind controlling Death Shadow is the same as killing it for 3 mana. Dokumoy, like... Yo, Sad, welcome to the stream, man. I was hoping you'd show up. We're 2-1 currently, I think. No, we're 1-1. I lost to Abzan and Flicker. Right, but I'm up a game in the mirror. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't really do anything. I didn't want to draw another Urza, to be fair. It's fine. It turns on their Mox, which is sort of annoying, but I don't think I can really afford to counter that. I think that is sort of ludicrous. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I fully expect my thing to get countered, but that's okay. Still get a blue black. I'm going to target myself with draw 2. They Queller it, then I can untap and drown it in the Loch. So that's fine. If they don't counter it, also fine. Yeah, I have to get a shock land there, I think. I don't think it's any debate. The question is, do you get blue-black or blue-green? But given I have a black card in my hand, I think I should just get blue-black. I think ultimately it will not matter which land I got right there. Right. So this was expected. One, two, three, four. Make a construct. Have Rebuke up. Seems pretty good, right? Yep. I mean, like, they can, like, obviously mess with this, so I can't cast spells, but... Yeah, but that's, like... I think that's part of the strength of the charm. I'm getting ahead either way, right? Like, if they don't counter it, I'm probably going to hit my land drop and get to do something nice as well. Alright. Basically, this is a forced play. If they have it, they have it. Dispute. Your own rebuke. That's fine. Okay. So are they going to elk my Urza? They probably will, right? So now, like, if they elk my Urza, I kill their Queller, kill the Oko, and I'm still really far ahead. Yep. This is freaking great. Kanaksai! Thanks for the resub, man. Ooh, that was also a good draw. Alright. I should tap my grave first, but it's really not going to matter because I'm going to do all the things. Cryptic Command, Pithing Needle. I kind of like the combo stuff versus not the mirrors, but I don't know if that's... I actually like the combo stuff versus the mirrors as well, like, frankly. But whatever. I might just be in the minority now. I can take their other 4-drop, which is kind of sick. Kind of just butchering them and leaving them with nothing. Obviously, they could top deck out of this, but I think I'm super, super, super far ahead now. Like, this needle doesn't even do anything. I consider siding in my needle, and I just decide not to because I don't think it does anything a lot of the time. The problem with needle as an answer is it shuts off all of your own copies of, say, like Urza or Oko. You don't really want to do that, I think. Like, if this Pithing Needle was, like, Assassin's Trophy, they'd be much better off, I think. Well, they don't know about Cryptic Command. They also don't know, like, about anything, really, right? Alright, so... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Right. That's fair. If I draw a land, I think I'll play the Urza. Actually, maybe I won't. Wait, they only have 3 mana? No, they have 4. Okay, I don't know what I'll do next turn. Also, they're really, really behind in the clock. Which is, like, also a factor. Alright. Naming Oko makes sense. If you don't name Oko, then that'll just get Oko'd, and then you'll be in the same spot. Jesse, for music, I'm only 3 matches in. I don't think you that's not how you should approach it, I think. I think you need to play the games out and determine how the games play out before what you think a good sideboard card is. And also it depends on what deck you're playing, I think. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I guess attack first. Should I just leave up Cryptic Command? Probably. Like, if they do nothing, I can just EOT the Coatl and it's probably good enough. I would say it depends a lot on what deck you're playing and what you think your problems with the matchup are, if that makes sense. Take a random draw before I decide if I want to get back like Thoughtseize, Charm, Drown in the Loch, or something. Honestly, I think I'm going to try to reduce variance and just get Drown in the Loch back. Like, they have so many cards in the graveyard that this is basically counterspell for blue-black, which is really a fact you don't see them print anymore. And next turn I can wait to play Urza plus Drown in the Loch back up. So I think this makes a lot of sense to get it back because I'll have enough mana off the Gilded Goose to do that. Nope, want that food. Land's pretty good, but I'll attack for 4 first. I suppose they could have another counter here, actually. Oh, no, they can't. Well, it could be Metallic Rebuke, right? Oh, wow, they had it. Guess I could have waited. I mean, like, I guess they're kind of dying to my board, but whatever. Wait. They didn't rebuke my Drown in the Loch? That was weird. Not gonna lie, I didn't see that one coming. I know, interesting, right? Let them have another free card draw, but my plan is to EOT bounce the Emery, then counter it on the way back down with Archmage's Charm. Also, the mana works out that I'll have 7 again, so I'll have backup again. So I think it makes sense. Oh, wait. It's kind of interesting. If I do that, I can't... Oh, no. It's fine. This works out. So I'm going to bounce, draw, then fetch. All right. Yeah, this works. Then fetch for Sanctuary. Put the Cryptic on top, float green, make a food, then I'll have 7 total. So it works out perfectly. And I think that'll probably do it for them. Could also get Thoughtseize, but like whatever. That's not even that exciting. So I'm not gonna do that. Alright. We're 2-1. Every game takes forever with this deck. It's kind of insane. Just gotta grind them into literal dust every time. The round 2 loss was super annoying, the Abzan Flicker deck. But I don't think I played it well, and like obviously my opponent knew how their deck operated, so this username sounds familiar. Ali Araz. Yo, right, Andrew? I hate it when my opponents know things. It's freaking awful. All right, this hand's really good. I agree, Stu. When my opponents know things, it's the literal worst. Yo, Autumn, welcome to the stream. Shoutouts for Autumn. Oh, wow, I forgot to open a chest for... I'm going to open a chest for Kanoxai real quick. Kanoxai, buddy! These cards suck. Mizium Meddler and Timbermare. I think Timbermare is like a reprint of Thundermare, except it's green. Yeah. I don't want to blow up Ali's spot. Yeah, it is kind of sweet. All right. Please no Oko on 2. Please no Oko on 2. Bauble Mox. Crack fetch. Okay. That's acceptable. Ooh, there's Chandra Fire of Kaladesh. Right. These both represent sanctuaries, but I'm going to need a 3rd island anyway, so I can save a few life points. There's no basic swamp in the deck, so this fetch is more valuable than this one because this can get basic forest, but this one cannot get basic forest. So it's a small thing, but you know, small things add up when you play like a million matches. Target yourself. So yeah, that's the scry thing. I'm just gonna get an island, make a food. Yo, Autumn, I won a match where my opponent had Queller covering my charm, Emery, and Oko all in play. Didn't remove it for a while, but then I eventually resolved explosives for 3, like 5 turns later. Sure. Had it. because the explosives eventually kills it and you get all of your stuff back. I guess is the assumption. Alright. If I had another food, I would actually play this untapped because double rebuke is pretty important, but I don't, so I'm not going to. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of wish this had the mind rot mode on it right now, but not gonna go down that avenue. Alright, instead, we're gonna play some draw go. They missed a land drop, so when your opponent misses a land drop in this sort of weird pseudo control mirror, the worst thing you can do is to start playing spells into them and letting them like use their counter magic. Oh yeah, Esper Charm has not aged well. That's all I'm gonna say. Fam, stop breaking formats. That's what I'm gonna say. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 additional, so I can only rebuke once. They could have double rebuke, but there's only 2 in the deck. Alright, I guess I'll just wait another turn. Like, they still have to do something. It's fine. I don't think that card actually matters until it does. I could have played E. I don't... Is that actually good, Said? Oh, for double rebuke. Ah, that was actually probably good. Yeah, actually, that probably is a good play. So if I rebuke, they can pay, so I'm supposed to just counterspell it straight up. Yeah, I'm not... Well, I guess they missed a land drop, so initiating is sort of correct for them to do, so... Slight punt. What I should have actually done is let the charm on charm resolve, then just fetch up Sanctuary, because then my other fetch can also get Sanctuary later. This was a slight mistake. I hope it doesn't cost me, but it is worth pointing out that that was a mistake. But do I even want to Sanctuary back this Archmage's Charm? I do, because I can draw it on my turn, which is probably correct. I'm just gonna have it like infinity mana with all of these thingies. Foods. You know, the thingies. Five. Yeah, I think unless your deck is designed to jam, like the Thopter Sword build, you really need to pick your spots carefully. And obviously that's like a tough thing to do, especially when you miss a land drop. Obviously, like I had the perfect setup with all of this stuff, and I was the first to goose and like everything else, so I think was a tough situation for our opponent, is how I would put it. So if I make a food, I should have considered playing E on 0, I think, but it's too late now. All right. They could steal my goose. Do I care? Not really. I think making an extra food is so important that I don't really care. I'm not going to trade that for that. That's just like a bad exchange. All right. This is just a Mox Sapphire. This is a Mox Sapphire. That's a backup in case if something weird happens. I could initiate by spinning, and I'll have 1, 2, 3. I'll still have 6 total, which is relatively safe. So I guess I'm supposed to spin once. All right, that's not bad. This is obviously a literal Mox. So you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should just auto yield to that, I think. It wastes a lot of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if this matchup's supposed to come down to decking. I don't think so, but obviously it could. This is what QB Turtle uses, so you just have like an inherent scare of it, Daniel. I think I'm going to just explode away all of the 1-drops because I'm so far ahead. I'm pretty confident this is correct. I'm not planning on spinning Urza this turn. But maybe I should have. Okay, yeah, this was a mistake. I am exploding the snake and... Oh, I could have exploded the snake. Maybe I should explode the snake. Whatever. Too late. Oops. Yeah. So here's a question. If they draw 2, do I even care? I don't think so. I think I just let it go. Hope I don't draw a land and get punished for my silliness. Whoops. Punished. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Probably, yeah. Oh, spinning into Sanctuary would be the true punish, yeah. So, playing this was mega bad. Would not recommend doing it, but... I think they have an Urza in hand, almost for sure. Okay. Okay, I guess that's fine. Another thing that could happen, which would be super annoying, is if... Right, well, I'm not going to say it, because Ari taught me once, if you say something's going to happen, then it might happen, but if you just don't say anything, it might not. Alright. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to bauble them. Yo, thanks for gifting Autumn a sub, Kanoxai. You're truly the superior between you and Dokomoy. That's all I'm going to say. Autumn, you have the best. You have access to the best emote on Twitch, or so I've been told, which is Jarvis Clap. I've heard that Jarvis Clap is the best emote on Twitch. Oh yeah, that would have been a sweet match. Right. No thanks. All right. We just came ahead on every exchange and eventually won. Yeah, next time you'll beat. All right, so I'm actually curious how you were siding boarding this matchup because I've had a lot of thoughts about it. I think I was doing this. And this was because I was talking to Alan about he was sideboarding with this other version. And he says he often shaves one opal. I don't know if that's maniacal or not. I think Emery's super overrated. How about Ashiok is not good, I think. Like I think siding in Pithing Needle is ultra bad because you don't know if it's going to be good or not. Yeah, I'm not going to side in Ashiok. I think it's just not a great plan. I think you just want to max out interaction, and Coatl's like kind of low impact. Right. Since it's a literal mirror, I'm not going to do that. This hand's pretty phenomenal. Since I also know it's a literal mirror, I don't have to worry about Veil. Alright, so I think I'm going to Thoughtseize them on turn 1. Like, they mulliganed and they cantripped once, so it's not likely they'll have like a super busted start. Yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking about. I think like Ashiok is sort of good versus Mystic Sanctuary, but it's like whatever. Alright, so they had the turn 2 Oko, but I'm obviously going to take the Oko because their hand is like just a cantrip and 2 mana sources, which is fine. Exactly, shop. That's the other reason. With 2 artifacts out, it's just so... Okay, so they drew Misty Rainforest, right? So I know about these 2, and the rest of their hand's unknown to me. And that's fine. So the reason to do this is if you draw into Metallic Rebuke on my turn, you can do it. This is slightly awkward. All right, I don't think they'll counter Astrolabe, which is why I've decided to do this. the alternative play I could have made was play Breeding Pool untapped and say go, but I think that's just really bad. I think getting the mana is good. Alright, Coatl. So Breeding Pool 2 unknowns. Throw another unknown. Alright, let's hope nothing bad happens to me on exactly this turn. That looks awfully like something bad's about to happen to me. Yeah, I don't know if I want to elk it yet. They can get one activation, but it might be better to clean up the board. If I elk that, it'll be on 5 loyalty, then I'll basically have to chump. So I think elking it this turn might not be good. I guess I could elk it and play a goose. So maybe that's good enough. Alright. You've convinced me into it, actually. No. Elking the Construct is much worse than elking the Urza, I think. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's really bad. Okay, I mean, that's super bad for me, but what am I gonna do about that? Yeah, that's really bad. I'm probably just dead now, actually, but... Oh, I should have played my... Well, nah. Okay, I was thinking I should have played the Astrolabe out. But I think what I have to do is play Coatl out, then untap, play Astrolabe. Okay. That's not great. Alright, so I basically have a 1-turn window. Oh, I don't really, so that sucks. It doesn't have Death Touch. Otherwise, it'd be a really easy block on here, and then that would put me in okay shape. But okay, so they have Archmage's Charm in their hand that I know about off the Bauble. Not great, Jim. Not great. All right. So actually, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, if I had another food, that would be so good. What does blocking accomplish? Like, I basically wanted to draw a card to see if I was supposed to block here, but it didn't have Death Touch because I only had 2 other snow permanents. Like, this is the only block I could have made, but I don't think that's a good block. This is pretty bad. Alright. I guess I'll take a blind draw to see what I'm supposed to do, but it's not looking good. Alright. Yeah, now I'm going to wave plus Urza. Oh! That was dumb as hell. Yep. You're right. That is correct. That was bad. Okay. So this gets charmed, that's fine. But yeah, so basically thinking these Urza mirrors is not actually that easy to kill your opponent. Barring a lot of barring a really fast draw, I think, is how I want to put it. I'm just gonna take 2. I can eventually gain the life back from this. Alright, not playing around anything. Can't really afford to do so, so I won't. That was so bad for me. All right. I got canceled. No, what about your dashing good looks, Callum? What? Come on! I'm very dead, I think. Wait, that doesn't make sense. So I have to block 3. I have to block like this, I think. I think I just needed like 1 turn of reprieve, but I got 0 turns of reprieve. So I can gain 3, go to 4, and then die. Alright, I'm dead then. Wait, gain 3, go to 4. Yep, still die. Okay. But I can block 2? Oh, maybe I'm not dead then. Alright. Alright, so block here, block there. Okay, block here, block the elk. I want some tips from yours. If you were subbed, I would listen to them more, Callum. Just saying. 4 of a kind. Snacks. First, if don't break them, it's bad luck. Thank you for that advice. Knoxite, you're supposed to let... Oh my gosh. Fine. Fine, Callum. You free rolled this time. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Alright. This is weird. Alright, so I block here, gain 3, go to 1. Yeah, gift a sub in solidarity. Okay, that was interesting. Yo said? Oh, that's how it said subbed. Thank you, Callum. You made said sub indirectly. Thank you, friend. Yeah, we got him. Got him! Alright, how do I not die? They have 4 snakes. Alright. No, this still gets me killed. Whoops. Alright. Okay. Ah, shit. I think I fucked this up. Alright. Well, we still have 11 minutes for game 3, which I think is plenty. And I don't think I want to change how I sideboard. I'm pretty satisfied. I'm pretty sure Thoughtseize is actually good in the matchup. Dude, this deck doesn't kill fast. It just, like, overwhelms its opponent until its opponent can't do anything. Yeah, I guess I keep. I think this deck is pretty good, especially if you know your opponent's the mid-range version. I'm not sure this version's favored versus the Thopter Sword version, but hardly anyone plays that version, so I guess it's okay. So I'm not going to crack this because I have Rebuke, which is kind of awkward. Because I also want my 3rd land, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's true. Callum loves divination. Oh, that's not great. If they do something threatening on turn 2, I'm probably supposed to just rebuke it and try to hope. Alright, that's fine. I was considering rebuking it, but I think hitting my 3rd land drop is actually way more important, given my hand. Autumn, why would you say something like that? No! No! we don't... Look, Ari taught me, you're not allowed to say bad things that might happen to you. If by saying them, they'll happen to you. Yeah, exactly. Callum gets it. Don't say it. Just don't say it. Exactly. Exactly. Pithing Rebuke, huh? Alright. Misty Rainforest, excellent. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna burn a draw too, actually. If it gets countered, that's fine. Hello, second path. The PC was fun to watch. Alright. Excellent. Land was very good there. All right. Do I play around Dispute or not? Jarvis, yeah, I think I'm supposed to Bauble go. Because I can play another draw 2 with counter backup. Yeah, I'm gonna draw 2 until they're tired of me drawing 2. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, there were some nice matches in the I don't think I want to crack that because I think if I have another artifact this becomes really valuable. Yeah, it seems like it, but I can just not take any game actions. So now I can actually play the Oko safely. I'm going to cast it. If they drown, I can just fetch. Don't want to get back a Charm. I think I actually want to get back Rebuke. Could cycle the Bauble. I think I'm going to. If they play Urza, it's fine. We can clean it up. So. We can steal Urza, but that's not even really that exciting. I'm not convinced that's better than doing other things, actually. And I really want to hit a land, so... Excellent. Oh, I could steal Construct, right? Maybe that's actually good. It denies them a mana source. No, well... Yeah, I didn't think about it long enough, you're right. But I think this is fine. Yeah, that was my original plan, but I should have actually thought it all the way through. Whoa, they have Veil in their deck? Alright. Guess I have to rebuke the Veil. Yo, Hat, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you, friend. Do I want to get another Dispute back or a Charm? Prodigal Sorcerer, thank you for the follow. Alright. I don't think I want to fetch the other Sanctuary right now. I don't want to use it, so I'm just going to rebuke here. This could be wrong. What's Lakad Madatog? I have no clue what that means. Hat. Literally have no idea. I mean, we don't have to, actually, but I think it's correct because the card we're actually most scared of is another Urza, so if I let that go and they just keep their Urza, what am I even accomplishing? New ATOG cryptic message. Okay. Is it like Cryptic Command? Hat, is that what that phrase means? Is that just Cryptic Command? Oh, interesting. Something from Dota, huh? Attack for one, play another Urza, say go, I think is the correct play. Because my constructs will be 5/5s, so they don't even have good attacks. Plus I'm low on time, so... it's fine. Maybe this wasn't fine, actually. What if I just let Oko die and just start spinning Urza? Would that be good enough? I'm gonna bounce construct and attackers to see what happens. If I get counterspell, that's fine. I think I'll just let it go then. Alright, I'm just gonna let it go to 1 loyalty now. Because now it's safe. If they play another 4-drop, I can rebuke. That's funny. I think I'm just gonna elk this thing now. I should have considered elking one of them last turn. Just gonna put another... oh, I should have done this pre-combat. That was a mistake as well. Whatever. I hate the clock. It's just like taunting me. I think denying them permanence is actually better than doing almost anything else right now. Yeah, exactly. I think stealing the goose seems so much better than doing anything else. No, I could have taken construct, but it's also an elk, right? Like... I am good at drawing Urzas, but I don't want to play this one out. I think with 2 constructs and a food out, I don't need to play the other Urza pre-combat. I think I'm just going to make a food with my goose and possibly jump block with it. Let's say go. Time Sieve and Serum Visions. Oh, sorry, great cards like Time Sieve. Alright, I think I'll have enough time to finish the game, but obviously, like, once you get below 5, it's sort of worrisome. Time Sieve is broken. Not sure if believe. Which one's a new one? Okay. Mystic Sanctuary, what do they get? Probably Archmage's Charm, and try to draw 2 to dig out of it. Samu, I have neither of those cards in my deck. I have 4 Archmage's Charm. I think the way this deck is constructed, graveyard decks are going to be quite poor for you, but you can probably make it better. Thank you for the concession, opponent. Cheers. Alright. I think I need to open 2 chests, right? 3 chests? 3 chests. Alright. 3 chests incoming. Ooh, an irrigated farmland and 45 play points for the gifted sub to Autumn. This is for you, Autumn. Another 4. White Faces. Experimental Frenzy, one of my favorite cards. And 20 play points. Another one for Dusedris, which was paid forward by White Faces. Skysoar. Oh gosh, hitting this thing in Momir was the worst. You just hit it on turn 5 and it'd be Woo Dobbs. Your opponent would just make an 11 drop next turn in Momir when this happened to you. You were like, well, is 8/8 Flyer good enough to 3-shot my opponent? And often the answer was no. Because they just had to hit 11 drop flyers, of which there are a few. That was one of them. Alright, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, but I'm going to be back for match 5 after that. Alright, I'm back, friends. What did I miss? Ice-Fang Coatl are 14 ticks now? I wonder if I have any left on my other account. We foresaw this coming though, right? Like MH1 was not on Magic Line for a while. Then it came back for a bit, but everyone sold. But now there's still a limited supply. Oh, Stefan. Into the modern queues. Well, this sounds pretty good, so. Misty Bauble Mox go. Oh, I'm on the draw. Whatever, this is still a keep. This is another mirror. I'm not gonna crack the Bauble yet. I think it being in play is more valuable for a lot of reasons. Okay. It's not great. Fortunately, Teferi bounce was already used, so this construct is safe. What did DG do? Daniel, are you causing trouble again? If Daniel is causing trouble, you can time him out for like a minute. Path for this. Nope. Canadians are the worst. Basically like Brits. Oh man. Oh, I should have cycled one of these baubles, maybe. I love all y'all. Really, I'm truly honored and blessed for all of you to be my friends. I'm gonna cycle one Bauble now. Go Cryptic Command number 2. Don't mind if I do. Kind of wondering what Stefan's deck is here. Like, this is kind of weird, right? We haven't seen much action except Opt and Teferi, so I guess it's white-blue, but what's with all of the Astrolabes? Bant? Oh, is this Shuda Bant? I guess this might be Shuda Bant. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know exactly what's in this deck, to be quite fair. Does this deck have Terminus? Wait, also, wait, this fetched an island. Also, why did they draw step us? Yeah, that's super confusing. Yo, Callum, thanks for gifting Daniel a sub. Even if Daniel's causing trouble. Yeah, I am curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. I can leave up double Cryptic Command. Like, once you sneak an Urza into play, you don't have to do very much. I'll open a chest for the Callum Daniel sub in a sec. Huh. That's too important to not let it resolve. Daniel, that's true. They could be like that. Do I counter back here? Yeah, I think I have to, but this is kind of annoying because I have to use all my fetch lands too, and I don't want to do that, really. I was thinking about not doing it, but I think that's just wrong. Alright. So we do come out ahead in exchange, but they like just might Wrath me or Jace me or something right here, and that would not be pleasant. I picked the hill when I started. I'm not sure what that means, but... Oh, I must die on that hill. Okay. Guess that makes more sense. Alright, so this looks like a Terminus about to happen, but this is okay. I mean, I can rebuke the Terminus, probably. Okay, so it is Bant. Huh. Okay. Interesting. What the hell's going on? Yeah, I think I would have also bounced Construct there. That's super weird. Entreat the Angels. Okay. This makes sense. I have it covered with explosives, which is kind of nice. Okay, I'll just... This is super weird. What the hell? Do I just rebuke it? And save my Cryptic? I think so, yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, not gonna play another Gilded Goose. I technically have lethal next turn if I really want to pull the trigger on it. Okay. I guess I'm gonna get vetoed on this go around. Yeah, we can. It's not actually that great to do it, I think. For a few reasons. Alright, so they did have veto, which makes sense. The question is, do I spin to try to hit Rebuke? Rebuke, Charm, 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 or Rebuke? So I have a 6-outer. I'm 6 out of 36. I think I'm going to. I have a Rebuke on top, but like drawing the Rebuke next turn is not even that exciting anymore, right? Plus, it's basically shuffled into the deck. Yeah, I'm going to make a food, then spin. Alright, that's fine. I guess I'll have to probably explosives this. There is no upside to not spinning. Funny. I'm going to... Yeah, maybe I should have spun first. I forgot you can cast the spells until end of turn, so... Yeah, that would be better. Whatever. Don't think sandbagging that actually does too much. Okay. So they're gonna entreat again, which is fine, sort of. So I'm gonna spin to try to counter it, obviously. Nope. Whiff. Alright, Cryptic Command. I've used 2 Cryptics, so that's not that likely. Yeah, because if I make this 8/8, oh, I needed an Elkin Angel? Hmm. Could have been at higher life total, I see. Yeah, should have tapped better as well. You're right, said. Hmm. This one entreat has done so much work, it's been kind of infuriating. I guess I have that option to sacrifice at any point, right? Or maybe I need to sack one now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, I guess I'll sacrifice exactly one. Probably not going to steal an Astrolabe. Thanks for the advice, though. Oh, I should have, probably, yeah. Don't have a good play now, I think. Could have tapped better again. Yeah, I have to pass now. Yeah, probably would be good to do that. I should bauble before casting those cantrips. Yeah. So I'm gonna block one. Yeah, I'm gonna crack both of the baubles here. Again, finding explosives would be pretty good. I don't know how I'm so low on time. I guess this deck is just really slow to win with. Like, I'm 4 matches in, and it's been like 3 hours. Time is an illusion. Urza and Goose do eat up time. Like, there are a bunch of clicks, I guess. Yo, winning with lands was so much fat. Autumn, why are you giving me crap? $16. I guess. This is weird. Okay, because that's fine. Whatever. I just have to block one of the angels. Path on top for them. What's my card? Ice-Fang Coatl. Is Ice-Fang good enough? Take 12, go to 4. So I basically need to draw 2 Okos this turn to win, right? Alright. So I'm not going to... The problem is this is not even good versus the Teferi Jace thing. Alright, I'm out, I guess. Why did I think I had a 5th island? I don't, I guess. Alright, so I can kill the Jace at least. Crack that, all those die. Do I have enough to gain a little bit of life? I do. So their top card's Path, so this is pretty good for me. I'm down to 9 minutes. Christ. Gonna attack Teferi with both to deny them a draw. I know their hand's Path. Then Cryptic Command will lock them out. Oh, they shuffled, I see. Okay, that's kind of dangerous then, but whatever. I think this play is correct. That's right, they did shuffle with the Field of Ruins, right? Callum, are you trolling now? Like, I'm not sure. We'll just pretend it was a troll by you, Callum. We'll pretend it was a troll. Roberto Cardoso, thank you for the follow. Bounce it with cryptic exclamation points. I don't think I want to do that. Spy Man, thank you for the follow. Thanks for everyone hanging out on this Monday. Appreciate all y'all. Oh my god. Are you serious? Alright, so they can make 2 angels. I can't elk any of them, obviously, because that's off the table. But I can also make 2 foods, so that lets me survive. But I can also block with the goose, so I think this is fine. I did activate Oko to try to kill the Teferi. Targeted my Astrolabe this turn because the Teferi's at 3. If they just drew a land, I would want to do this. To here, I did think that they drew Path. Alright, so I'm not really allowed to attack now. They actually should have let me attack and ambush with my creatures, I think. Right? Say go now. Charms have been good. Okay, I think they're dead now. Oh no, they get a blind draw. That's fine. Gonna play around Mana Leak, I think. If they have another good card in hand, I'm gonna lose. Are you kidding me? What? Come on! Maybe I should have just let that resolve and counter tap. Yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake, I guess. Ugh. I did commit an error, so that's fine. I also have 7 minutes left. That was so frustrating. Yeah, that would have happened still. You're right, Stu. Alright. I want to save time for game 2. Unfortunately, I don't have much time. But fortunately, I think our deck can kill way quicker than their deck can. So I think they only have 1 entreat and they just happened to draw it super early. That made the game super frustrating, so I don't like Ashiok. Literally, it's only good for Snapcaster and Entreat, and I don't think most of the games actually look like that. Anarchy Preacher. So I'm not going to side in Ashiok. Yeah, but they don't. It's not like a KO. This is only a mild nuisance for them. in my opinion. Can't believe I lost that game. It was kind of an incredible game. It could pikes, but I think Thoughtseize is really, really valuable. And so is Fatal Push. No, this is one of the older lists that Autumn had, so that's why I don't have Veil, but maybe Veil is correct, I'm not sure. Alright, I don't have much time left. Alright, this is a keep. I think I just pulled one of your old lists is actually what's going on. Alright. I'm going to turbo everything because I'm so low on time. I'm not going to discuss things in great detail, so... Hope I draw a land real bad. Playing this to enable my Mox so I can fire off a draw 2 end step. So that was like a miracle pause, I think. I have to basically use my most expensive spell because if I land Urza, I want to leave up. Right, well, didn't get to do it, but that's fine. Oko or Jace? Probably Oko. If you take the Jace and they play Oko and they drew Dispute, it's so much worse for you, in my opinion. It's awkward, but I need to play the land out. I think the cheaper aspect is what really put it over the top for me, not anything else really. This is so frustrating. It's fine. How does Dispute play around that? Oh, I can rebuke the veil. Yeah, maybe that was better. But I'll have... How much mana will I won't have Drown up. The reason I didn't do this was I wanted to keep one of the things up. Like, it literally doesn't help, right? Because I don't want my opponent to slam Jace. I don't understand what y'all were planning, I guess. Why is it Jace resolving? I literally don't understand, I guess. Oh, I did not want to tap like that. That's ultra bad. Oh my god. Oops. That's fine. Oh no, this is fine. What am I talking about? I'm gonna time out, unfortunately. Oh, I'm just gonna die. Great. That was so frustrating. I think that matchup is fine. Oh. I mean, obviously there were mistakes, but also time pressure is a real thing, so you have to speed up at some point. And even if I won that game, I think I was going to time out in game 3. But both of those games were super close, so I don't know, like no, I think countering op is bad, but God, Urza activations take so long time to click. Yes, dude, I can't play around anything there. Like, I just don't have the clock for it, obviously. I didn't consider most things because by that point I'm not allowed to. That's okay. I think with infinite time, I could probably play those games better, but yes, Stu, I didn't think about that. I spent basically no time thinking about that. Like literally spent no time. I just let it happen. But yeah, if I bounce the Urza there instead of just having 2 cryptics in my hand is probably better for me. But really, that game one, like, I felt like I was so favored in that game one, and then it fell apart. Where's the league? Yeah, I'm playing a team event with Dave and Rob Long on Saturday. This is something I do a lot. I review my replays to see if there are obvious errors to try to like iron them out for a tournament. Like here, I'm just so far ahead, I think. Kill Planeswalker. Yo, Stu Summers, thanks for the resub. Here, maybe I should just not even counter this. But the problem is, if I don't counter it, I won't have the mana advantage anymore anyways. Stu, should I open a chest for you? Let me know in a sec. Thanks for the resub, man. So I counter it. Then I think once you counter it, you have to re-counter, but... Okay, here I'm really surprised the construct didn't get bounced. But I guess the entreat was in our opponent's hand, which is why that happened. I think Kanatsai gifted you a sub, right? I know what Kappa is. I'm reviewing a very complex game where I ended with like 5 minutes left on the clock. I don't know. Alright, so here comes the veto that makes sense. No, because I think killing the Astrolabes is just not good. I mean, obviously it cuts them off of double white, but I don't think that's actually the way this matchup goes. They still had a Field of Ruin stew, so they could still fix their mana. I was supposed to spin here first, but this is how I got so low on time. Urza activations take forever on Magic Online. You have to like click all those mana sources and then do all the things. Yeah. Really wish I had Rebuke or Cryptic here. That would have been almost game winning. Yeah, I don't know. This game just got spiraled out of control because the entry was cast like multiple times. No. Delete. Urza does not overwrite timing restrictions, first off. Second off, they have a Teferi in play. Or I guess I don't know what you mean. Oh, I guess... Oh, I see. So, Dilly, if I do that, they just don't fetch for the Sanctuary, right? No, the reason I did that was they were at 4 life and I had Urza. No, but Dylan, think about it. They're at 4 life, I have Urza. If I hit Oka off an Urza spin, in that situation, they die. So that's why I think what I did was correct. Second Snapcaster was so brutal there, but I should have let them commit more mana first. But they had the second snap, so I was covered anyways. Yeah, that was a brutal game. I think I did steal the Angel, actually, but I can't remember. I'll probably rewatch that one like multiple times. That was a complicated one. But here's the other thing, and let me explain this to y'all. You're not allowed to take infinite time to decide those decisions IRL. That's just like cheating, essentially. So even if I spend like 5 minutes determining what I should have done, if I can't figure that out in an actual match, I don't think it's really that helpful. Like, I mean, it's helpful to know that general flow of the game should go that way, but if you spend 5 minutes thinking about it and then do it in like an actual tournament and your opponent doesn't call you on swiftly, you're really just cheating. And Dylan, one thing to note is my motor clock was low because of Urza activations, not because I was playing slow. The Urza interface is really obnoxious. Like, you have to click so many times to just Urza spin once. Well, I was pointing out a flaw with the motor clock because you said you liked it, but then I wanted to point out reasons why it's not really perfect. If you could do all of your actions instantaneously, then I would say it's perfect, but that's not how it works, right? Because, like, you can't just write a program to do things instantly. I understand that, but it's not really... It's basically an imperfect but practical solution is what we have, right? I guess that's the best way of putting it. It's impractical, or sorry, it's imperfect but practical. Because I don't think there's really a perfect way to implement it. Also not a fan of their arena clock because like it does a lot of weird things too, frankly, but like the rope thing is weird. And the fact that if you ever disconnect, you basically lose a turn is pretty awful as well. So I don't know. I think there's just no like perfect solution. They're both imperfect. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to call it quits now. 5 matches with that deck is really exhausting for me. I think I'm not as good at as Autumn is playing that deck. Let's see, who else? Alright, I'll pay it forward to Honorog. I still went 3-2. I think the deck is pretty strong if anyone's interested in trying it. See ya.